Hey guys, it's me, Gear Toward Gear, back with another video. This time we're going to be talking flashlights because you know what? Sometimes it gets dark. It's not all pocket knives around here. So let me get tripoded up and we will get going. And while I'm getting this put in the tripod, I will tell you that I already filmed this video and it came in at 30 minutes long, and I referred to several of these flashlights as knives. I've been doing a lot of knife videos lately, and I just kept calling them knives. And so I want to try to shorten this up a little bit, keep it maybe closer to 15-20 minutes max. And so hopefully I can do that. So with that said, let's get into it. Talking about flashlights, illumination devices. It gets dark at night, the sun goes down, we need light. So I'm going to start with the flashlights that unfortunately you can no longer purchase, at least not on the primary market. You may find them on eBay or maybe from a third-party seller on Amazon, possibly, but they're not readily available. The first one is the Olight i3E in copper, and this is a $20 knife. I did it again. It's not a knife. You're not a knife, you're a flashlight. This is about a $20 to $25 flashlight. It has one setting. It's got a twist bezel. I'll give you a better angle here. Just one setting. Keychain, little split ring here to put on your keychain. Neat little flashlight, and I like the patina that these get over time with these copper lights. So that's the Olight i3E in copper. Next up, the Olight i3S in raw brass. This is again going to be a twist bezel, although it does have a pocket clip. This one came in at $25 when I purchased it, and it has a 180 lumen high setting, and nowhere in the literature could I find what the output was on this lower setting. I would guess probably somewhere around 30, but on high, and it also does have a firefly mode, which is probably about 5 lumens, something like that. But on high, you're going to get 180 lumens on a single AAA. Next up is the Through Night Tie, or the Through Night TI. If I can get in on this here, you can see the marking there just says tie. And this is kind of a limited run, I think, a couple years ago around the holidays. And this came in at 30 bucks when I bought it. 162 lumens on high. It also has a firefly mode, as you can see. I couldn't find the lumen output on that. Super dim, I'd guess 1 lumen, maybe 2. And then a medium. And lastly, your high, which is that 162 lumens. Again, unfortunately not readily accessible for purchase. Next up is going to be a light from Lumentop, and this is called the Lumentop Copper Tool AAA. Again, not available, unfortunately. And this came in at 50 bucks, which was kind of a lot to spend on a single AAA flashlight. It's got 80 lumens on high, and again, no information on this lower setting, probably between 5 and 10 lumens, but on high you're getting 80 lumens. Again, that is the Lumentop Copper Tool AAA. Does have a pocket clip and a tail switch. Next up on the unattainable list is the Through Night Tie 5T. So we'll show you that. Through Night Tie 5T. This light is going to run you about 35 bucks, brand new if you can find it. It has several settings, 130 lumens on high. So let's start with the low. So the lowest setting here is going to be the firefly mode, which is 1 lumen. Next, you're going to get 10 lumens on low and 130 lumens on high. If you cycle it again between firefly low and high, you will get a strobe. And again, that is the Through Night Tie 5T. Next up, we have the Through Night T10T. Probably got this 4 or 5 years ago. See if I can get that to focus there for you. T10T. This is a single AA flashlight. The rest we've looked at thus far have been single AAAs. And this ran me $42 when I purchased it, and very similar to the last one we looked at, these settings are going to go from Firefly at 1/2 of a lumen to 10 lumens on low, 50 lumens on medium, and 170, if I did that right, on high. Maybe this one doesn't have a strobe. I may have misinformed my audience, in which case I apologize dearly. But again, this is not currently available, the Through Night T10T. And the last one on the unattainable list is the Lumen Top Mini Prince, or Prince Mini. When I got this light, I think it ran me somewhere around $40, and it's got 3 settings. It's going to start off with 12 lumens on low, 72 lumens on medium, and a whopping 500 lumens on high, assuming you have a brand new high quality lithium battery. I do like the features, having kind of that lightning strike, carbon fiber, stainless steel polished, and a little brass accent here. It does have a pocket clip, and again, it's a tail switch. So those are the ones that you can't necessarily purchase on the primary market currently. So let's move on to Streamlight. So we'll go through the Streamlight lights first. This is a Streamlight Stylus Pro. It runs on 2 AAA batteries. This is going to run you about 20 bucks, and it's just one setting. It's going to be 90 lumens. Just click it on, click it off. No frills, decent light. Again, 20 bucks, can't go wrong with this. I have several of these in my medical kits. It's a good light. The younger brother to the Stylus Pro is going to be the Streamlight Micro Stream, which runs on 1 AA battery. I don't know if I mentioned this runs on 2. The Micro Stream is a perennial favorite. It's been around forever. It's cheap, 18 bucks, 45 lumens, one setting. Click it on, click it off, nothing fancy. I do keep one of these attached to my EDC bag. Great for, looking around the cab of my vehicle if I drop something. Solid light, not super impressive in terms of the output, but it's super simple to operate. So for that reason, I do like this quite a bit. The new and improved version of the Streamlight MicroStream is the Streamlight MicroStream USB. And so you can see it's just a little bit longer than the original MicroStream. And the main difference, as the name implies, is that this is USB rechargeable. So you simply pull on the light here, and you're going to get your USB input there to charge it. This is significantly brighter than the original MicroStream at 45 lumens. This is going to come in at 250 lumens on high, which you'll see there. And on low, well, let me start by saying, to get to low, if you just click this on and off, whether you fully depress it and click it or just do a kind of a half press, it's always going to come on high. To get to low, you just do a quick kind of double click, and it's going to go to low. And I couldn't find any literature that says what that output is, but I would guess probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 80 lumens. And again, 250 on high, assuming it's fully charged. This comes in 2 variants. One of them is going to be black. This one is kind of this bronze, coyote brown, whatever you want to call it. The only difference is that with this particular color, it will always come on high first, and then you'll double click to get to low. The black version of this is the opposite. It'll come on low first, and you'll double tap to get to high. So it's just a different user interface. Move that to the side. Another Streamlight here is the Polytac LED, and this is the older version. I don't think these are for sale anymore. I think they've been discontinued, but you can still get the Polytac LED in the upgraded version, which is going to have some texturing on the grip, which is nice, and it does come with a pocket clip. Although it's a kind of a chunky light, the pocket clip's kind of a neat addition, and it is removable, so you can take it off if you don't want to use it. The new version, which is currently available, costs $38, and it has 3 settings: 275 lumens on high, 14 lumens on low, and a strobe feature. This particular one, the older version that some of us probably have, is just on and off. Probably somewhere around 100, 120 lumens, just one setting, and that's it. And again, you can do a full depression of the tail cap, or just a soft kind of half press like that. I use one of these as a weapon light on one of my shotguns, and I have these all over the house. I probably have 6 of them. Kitchen drawer, glove box, one's in my EDC bag. So I keep a few of these around just because they're cheap and a decent light, I guess, for what it is. Rounding out the Streamlights would be the Streamlight ProTac 1L 1AA. And what's neat about this light is a couple things. One, it's programmable. So Streamlight has a patented technology called 10-tap, and it allows you to program your light for different user interfaces. And so you can do things like, I want my light to be just low and high, or I want my light to be just low. I opted to program mine to just come on high. So every time I depress the tail cap, it's gonna come on high. Every time, again, I can do a half press momentary on, or I can fully depress it and it'll stay on that high setting. And the output on this is going to be 350 lumens, which is impressive on high. If you do program it to have a low setting, it's 40 lumens, and it also does have a strobe feature available depending on how you program it. Another neat thing about this light is, although it says 1AA on the light and in the title, it also will accept a single CR123 battery. So that's what I currently run in it. So the specs that I just gave you of 250 lumens, or I'm sorry, 350 lumens on high, that's only with a CR123 battery. If you put a AA in this, the high is only 150 lumens. So you're gonna lose 200 lumens by downgrading to a AA. So for that reason, I run a CR123, and this is more of a EDC kind of pocket carry during the fall and winter. Could be used as a defensive tool if you really needed to blind somebody, but I tend to opt for other more lethal options if I needed to defend myself. I'm fortunate to live in a free state, the great state of Texas, where I can legally conceal and carry a handgun, so I don't tend to recommend or use flashlights for self-defense. But this is a neat light, one of my favorites. So let's go over here to this big guy here. This is a Phoenix RC15, and this you can't get currently, but I didn't include it in the unattainable list because they do have an upgraded version that's about the same price as I paid for this, which is going to be about 120, 125 bucks. And it's got multiple settings and a different user interface than some of the other lights we've looked at so far. So no tail cap, no tail switch. It's going to be a push button to turn it on, and then this smaller button here is going to run you through your different brightness settings. So you're going to have 10 lumens on low, 150 on medium, 425 lumens on high, and 1000 lumens on turbo, assuming it's been fully charged. And this is a USB, actually not USB, it's a kind of a docking station. So on the back here, you've got these 2 contact points that you drop into a charging base to charge it. And this is what I call my hunting flashlight. If I go hunting, this is what comes with me. If I have to track down a hog or something like that that's been shot in the dark late at night, I can use this. 1000 lumens on turbo, throws out a ton of light. And again, the RC15 is not available, but the RC20 is essentially the same light and just puts out a ton of light. So good light for backpacking, camping, hunting, things like that. So we've got 3 more kind of pocket flashlights here, and these are all going to be AA flashlights. These 2 are identical, just different colors. So this is a relatively new offering from Olight. This is the i3T EOS, and these came out probably 3, 4, 5 months ago, something like that. And they cost 20 bucks. So it's a $20 flashlight, single AAA, tail cap, kind of a dual pocket clip there. So if you wanted to run it on like the bill of your hat. You could turn this into a makeshift headlamp if you needed to. And this light comes in at just 20 bucks, and it's got two settings. It's got a 5 lumen low setting and a 180 lumen high setting. So for 20 bucks to get 180 lumens out of a single AAA, pretty impressive. The one next to it is identical in every way, except it is pure copper, and it's like 4 or 5 times the weight. This thing is super heavy for its size, but identical in every way to the other one in terms of the pocket clip, the user interface, same 5 lumens on low, and what did we say, 180 on high. So those are the i3T EOS and the i3T EOS copper. Here we have a light by a company called Klaris. This is the MI7, and these come in a variety of colors. I think blue, green, pink, silver, and I think they also have a titanium version that's about twice the price. But this Klaris costs $30. It's advertised as having a max output of 700 lumens, which is not the case whatsoever. This light does not have a tail cap. It has a side switch. So you press it once to turn it on, it's gonna come on high, then it's gonna go low, and then it's gonna turn off. High, low, off. Pretty simple interface, super, super lightweight for its size, being a single AA flashlight. And again, that's a $30 light right there, the Klaris MI7. And I mainly bought this for 2 reasons. One, I saw a review that spoke very highly of it, and I really liked this particular green color. It's kind of got this almost iridescent look to it, and I just thought it was neat, so I grabbed it. And that leaves us just with these little Streamlight Nanos. And so I've got one here unopened in the box, so you can, or in the clamshell, so you can see what the standard version would look like. These cost $8, and they put out a measly 10 lumens, but for a keychain light, these things are fantastic. I've carried one on my keychain for probably 7 years now. It runs on those really, really tiny circular kind of disc-shaped batteries. There's 4 of them, and they do come with the batteries when you buy them, which is nice. The ones here are all representing different foundations, different charities in these different colors. The only difference is that in addition to the kind of lobster claw carabiner for your keychain, you're going to get this little kind of dog tag looking thing with the Streamlight logo on one side, and on the other side it's going to tell you the name of the foundation that it supports. This blue one supports a law enforcement foundation. The red one supports a fallen firefighters foundation. The orange one supports a wildlife conservation organization called Buckmasters Nation. And the, I guess, gold, I guess you'd call that gold, bronze colored one, supports the Travis Minion Foundation, which is a veteran support foundation. So I just decided to grab each one because proceeds from these do go to those charities directly. So that is the Streamlight Nano, $8. I think these other versions may be a little more expensive, maybe $10, $12, and 10 lumens, but great keychain lights. What is not pictured, and I'll see if I can get all these lights back in frame if they're not already. In addition to these, I do have a number of weapons lights on various firearms. I've got a couple Streamlights, I've got a couple Surefires, I've got a O-Light, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's a really compact weapon light for a small, more subcompact pistol. So I do have some weapon lights that I'm not showing here. This is more kind of EDC or around the house illumination devices. I may do future videos on firearms. Well, I will do future videos on firearms, but I can touch on the lights that I use on my firearms specifically, whether it be on my ARs, my shotguns, my pistols. But this is my current collection of EDC or just kind of general purpose around the house flashlights. If there's something that you think I need to check out in terms of flashlights, please leave me a comment. I know there's a ton of cool stuff that's come out from Olight recently. I just haven't picked any of those up yet. If you have a recommendation, please let me know. If there's any light you see here that you want to know more about, or maybe you want some help seeing if I can track down one for sale, please let me know and I can give you maybe a more in-depth response on the specs and things like that. But that's a general overview of my flashlights. So of these, again, this is my hunting flashlight, and this lives in my bedside table as well. Or bedside drawer rather. So if there's a bump in the night or something like that, I have a very large property, well, I should say a very large yard. And so this will light up my entire yard. So I keep it in my bedside drawer and it will come with me hunting. The Polytac's more of just a utility around the house knife, there I go again, flashlight, and I keep one in my EDC bag. The Stylus Pro pen light I use more for in my medical kits, and then everything else is EDC, stuff I carry on my person. So of these lights, which do I actually carry the most? And it's gonna be 3 of them. And the 3 lights that I carry the most often, of all of them, I can get some of these out of the way, are these 3 here. So the Olight i3T EOS that we talked about, this is the one that came in at $20 and 180 lumens on high. Pretty lightweight, really like it. The Streamlight MicroStream USB finds a lot of time in my pocket. And then in 3rd place would probably be the ProTac 1L 1AA. Again, more in the fall and winter months when I have a little more room for carrying gear. So those are my most carried EDC lights, but I do rotate the other ones in and out occasionally. Some of the copper ones just because they're fun to kind of start a conversation. But yeah, those are my most carried. That's my collection. Please like this video, comment, subscribe. And just to reiterate something I mentioned in my last video, I will be doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. And in that giveaway, you will get 2 brand new pocket knives in the box, unopened. You will get 2 brand new flashlights in the package, unopened. And I will tease you and tell you that the 2 flashlights that you'll get are represented in this picture. And I'm not going to tell you which ones, but the 2 lights you'll get will come from this collection here. Not literally this collection, but they will be lights that are represented here. I'll also throw in some medical gear. So the sooner we can get to 100 subscribers, the sooner we can do this giveaway and hopefully get one of you guys a nice little care package of some cool gear, and give you guys good odds at winning, being that it will be 100 subscriber giveaway. With that said, thanks so much for watching. Remember, it does get dark, lights go out, sun goes down, so please do carry a flashlight with you at all times. It comes in handy more than you know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.